Yo guys, what is up? It's Xenox, and today I'm bringing a new kind of video to the channel. So today I'm going to be bringing a video on the current situation at Spurs and answering the questions surrounding Spurs and the current situation at the club. So the first question is my thoughts on Dele Alli. Personally, I think he's a very good player, obviously, very flary, very technical. But Jose's looking for them physical and well-minded players, and Dele Alli at the moment is not that. So my personal preference, I would like to see Dele Alli back in the squad a lot more, and hopefully in our next game in the Europa League we see a bit more of him. So yeah, that's my opinions on Dele Alli. Secondly, we're going to talk about the Mourinho out saga between Spurs fans and other Spurs fans. So in my opinion, I don't want to see Mourinho go yet, just because it's only been 16 months and it took a while for Pochettino to get into the side, or get on form with the side. So, you know, it's expected. It's a new club. He's been there for 16 months, and because of his actual stature at the club, he's highly rated, and he's one of the best managers in the world. To expect results, but it's Tottenham. We've been on and off nearly every single season now, and it's going to be tough for him. But we've got to give him time. He's got to build the squad that he's very happy with, and with the current situation with the finance, it's not going to be easy. So it's a bit of a sticky situation for Jose, but I do believe he'll deliver as the Carabao Cup or maybe the Europa League near the end of the season. Third question is, should we sell Harry Kane? For me, it's a really hard question because Harry Kane has been our saviour for so many years now. In my opinion, I think it would be best to sell him on. I know he's a really good player, so I know there'll be loads of people not happy with that, but it's only a matter of time before he leaves, because he wants to win trophies. He needs some trophies to establish himself as like a world-class player. Because if you look at Lewandowski, the arguments I see online is between Lewandowski and Harry Kane being the best complete strikers in the world, but people say Lewandowski just because of how much titles he's won. So I think Kane will leave this summer. So honestly, it could go either way. If we win the Carabao Cup and Europa League, he may stay, but if we don't, I think it's going to be a goodbye to the Harry Kane or Hurricane. If many Spurs fans are aware now that there's current speculation around Dean Henderson joining the club for 40 million, may be an option for us in the summer to replace Hugo Lloris. And the question was, would you be happy with Dean Henderson between the sticks at Spurs? For me, yes, just because of what I've seen from him in recent years. He's been a phenomenal goalkeeper. You can't say he hasn't. He's young. He's what we need at Spurs. He's a bit of a leader in the goal. He can help that back line. So, in my opinion, I would love to see him at Spurs, but I'd rather see maybe Pickford or, you know, the likes of Nick Pope or something like that. But Dean Henderson would be a very good signing for us. My next question's thoughts on recent performances. It's right. So I'm going to say obviously it's not being brilliant, but we're showing signs. We're starting to look a bit more of a positive side. I know we've got only won 1 in 6, I think, something like that. So it's not brilliant for us. So, you know, we need to really find form in our next couple of games. We've got Wolfsberger, so that'd be a very good way to boost morale. Play very well against them in the reverse fixture, so we can get through to the round of 16 of the Europa League. In the league, I think we're going to have to count out Champions League for this season, in my opinion, just because of the current situation in the league. It's a very tough season for us. It's really hard for us this season. Like, we've really struggled, and I don't think it's going to get any better for us, honestly. Maybe if we start pulling a few more strings in the team, maybe we start communicating, or the manager sorts out these tactics and the defence, then maybe we can see ourselves in the Champions League spot. But that's very unlikely this season. I think the only way we're going to get in there is going to be the Europa League. That's the only way we're going to qualify. So one of the last questions is, who is to blame? If you didn't see in the recent interview with Jose, he said that he doesn't doubt his coaching staff, as he believes their tactics are second to none. I kind of agree on that just because of the stature of him, but what I've seen, I'm not seeing it. But in my opinion, I think it's the players that are to blame partly. Like the defence, very very lacklustre. Don't really care. Davinson Sanchez hasn't showed anything for us. He scored 2 goals against Everton, but apart from that, the defence is woeful. Um, in my opinion, we need to start playing Alderweireld more just because he's a quality centre back. He's a world class centre back. We don't play him enough. So that's my opinion on that. I think Joe Roda needs to start a bit more because he's shown promising signs. In the game against Liverpool, he didn't play the greatest, but he's trying. He's trying. You can't fault him. He's new to the Premier League. It's a physical game. Look at Timo Werner. He's starting to show a bit more form. It's a physical league, and you've got to get used to that in England. So yeah, that's my opinion on that. And the final question is, who should Spurs sign in the summer? In my opinion, it depends on the finance we're given. So if we do sell Kane for the ask price of 150 million, we need to go for a back line. We need to sign Reguilon on a permanent because he really has transformed that left hand side. The link up with the strikers in midfield has been phenomenal. We need to get new centre backs. So who I'd like to see at the club is probably Skriniar and. Oh, I don't know about the second one, but we haven't really been speculating with anyone as far as I'm aware on a second centre back. But I know Skriniar has come up in recent times for Spurs. So honestly, Skriniar at the club would really transform that back line just because of his physical and mental well-being, and he's just there. He's very physical. He knows what he's doing. If he looks at his highlights on YouTube, I would recommend if you haven't. He is the complete centre back. I'd like to see Koulibaly also, maybe, but that's very unlikely and very unrealistic. But you never know. You never know. It's football. And the final question of today, I know I said the last one was the final question. It is where do you think Spurs will finish at the end of the season? I might sound like a bit of an awful Spurs fan for saying this, but I don't think we'll finish in the top 6. Honestly, I don't think we will, just because of what it wouldn't surprise me, obviously, but I don't know. It's so tight at the top of the table. It really is. You can't call it this season. You really can't call it this season. It's that tight. West Ham's in 4th. Who saw that coming? Aston Villa are up there, and there was relegation candidates last season. It's going mental. So next season, in my opinion, we need to rebuild and regroup and just transform the club in general. But anyways, that's been my answering Spurs questions, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like, comment and subscribe, and turn post notifications on if you want to see more of these kind of videos. Can we get 15 likes on this video to maybe potentially do this in the future? But anyways, it's been your boy Xenox, and I will see you in the next one.